everyone, how you doing today? It's a Friday. It's my day off. I need it. I need some rest today. So I don't have much going on. It's going to be a little lonely. Prayerfully, Israel's going to be coming home soon. You guys have been praying for him, and he's doing better. So thank you guys for that. I'll keep you up to date, but just keep praying. This is not the Israel show. I just want to spend some time with the Word and just say thank you guys for praying. You know I believe in prayer. That's why I say every day, text prayer to that number on the screen. And I know that God hears us, and I know that God answers our prayer, and it does what's very best for us all the time. I trust that He's faithful to do that. We're going to get in the book of Ruth here in just a moment, very famous passage, and a few thoughts the Lord's laid on my heart today. But I hope you guys are well. I hope you're praying with us every day at 1:49. Remember, set your alarm, set your clocks at 1:49. Just spend 1 minute. I believe if hundreds or thousands of people at one time, at 1:49 every day, will pray, then that's a offering of incense going up before the throne. And the Lord hears it. The Lord smells it. It's a pleasing aroma to Him. That's the picture of prayer from the Old Testament. But that's not today's mic talk. Again, I'm going to get a cinnamon roll at some point and maybe do some yard work. It needs it. All that stuff. But Ruth chapter 1 is a very famous passage. Let me read it and I'll tell the story, and we'll see if we can be challenged by the word of the Lord today. I know we can. And she said, "See, your sister-in-law has gone back to her people and to her gods. Return after your sister-in-law." But Ruth said, "Do not urge me to leave you or return from following you. For where you go, I will go, and where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God my God. And where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord do so to me and more, if anything but death parts me from you." And when Naomi saw that she was determined to go with her, she said no more. Now remember, this is the story of Ruth, the beginning of King David. We're in Beth-lehem. Naomi has had a husband who passed away and two sons who married Moabite daughters and passed away. Why they were in Moab? Because of the famine that had come through Beth-lehem. And now Naomi is left with Ruth and Orpah, which I think trivia says that Orpah was the name that Oprah Winfrey, mom, was trying to name her and just misspelled it, so it became Oprah instead of Orpah. I digress. Orpah and Ruth were now widowed along with their mother-in-law, which means in this culture, they're young enough to get married, to go back to their mom and dad's house, and maybe somebody takes them as a wife, and they can have kids, which, again, was the whole point for this time in history for the women. They wanted to bear children. Naomi comes home and starts heading for home, and Orpah and Ruth are distraught because they love their mother-in-law. Orpah eventually hugs her mother-in-law and goes back to her house, and Ruth says, "I'm not leaving." She says, "Don't urge me to leave you or return from following you. Where you go, I will go, and there I will lodge. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God." Remember, there's nothing in this for Ruth. Ruth is, she's widowed as well. She's going to a foreign country. The odds of her becoming a wife and a mom are slim to none. But here's what I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk to you about loyalty. I want to talk to you about loyalty in relationship. A loyalty that says, I'm staying with you no matter what. It doesn't matter whether good's going to happen to me or not. I'm going to stay with you. Naomi saw, verse 18, that she was determined to go with her. Later on, the people would say about Ruth, "Ruth is better to you than 7 sons." Because the sons, of course, in the olden days would give you lots of children. You would be fruitful, children and grandchildren. And the people say, she's better. Why is she better? Because she stayed faithful. Why did Boaz eventually marry Ruth? Because she stayed faithful to her mother-in-law. She stuck with the friendship even when it was hard. Have you had people that you thought were friends and they bail on you? And just like that, the friendship's over because you're having a hard time, or you lost your job, or you're out of the social circles you used to be in, and you find out really quickly who your friends are. This is not about being sad about the friends that have bailed on you and not been like Ruth. The best thing we can do is to be like Ruth, to show up, to stay. That's called loyalty. Who are the people in your world today that you are loyal to, that you would say the same thing as Ruth? I'll go wherever you go, whatever you do, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be with you to the very end. That's what I'm going to do. That's called commitment. And it's a picture, by the way, of the love of Jesus Christ. I will never leave you or forsake you. That's the word of the Lord today. And we get it through this Moabite lady named Ruth, who, by the way, was married into the family that included Rahab, the woman that was saved from Jericho when they first came into the land. Very, very interesting stuff historically. But what the point is today is loyalty of a friend. Her name is Ruth. She stays with her mother-in-law. The Lord blesses that because the Lord sees Jesus in that. Jesus sticks with us. Let's stick with those who are close to us today. God bless you guys. See you soon.